Today's programme is about music and young people. Music in my life.
May I ask you a few questions?
These students are conducting a survey, so the focus is on asking questions. Do you like music? Do you listen to music? What kind of music do you listen to? And on talking about possessions. Do you have your own guitar? Does this drum kit belong to you? And there's Meter Man. What kind of music does he like? Everyday English.
Can I ask you a few questions?
Yeah.
Do you like music?
Yes, I do like music.
Why do you like music?
I like music because I find it relaxes me if I've had a hard day.
What kind of music do you play?
I play indie music like bands like Oasis and Blur. Do you listen to music much?
I listen to it quite a lot.
When do you listen to music?
In the mornings, in the evenings, any time of day really.
Where do you listen to music?
I listen to it at home, in people's cars, walking down the street, I listen to a Walkman.
Do you play an instrument?
Yes, I do. I play the electric guitar.
Which?
Electric guitar, lead or rhythm, depending on what mood I'm in.
Is music important to you?
Yes, music is important to me. I wouldn't mind being a professional musician. If my other studies here don't work out, I can always fall back on it.
What music do you enjoy?
I enjoy the Beatles, Rolling Stones, Small Faces.
A helping hand. Listen again to the questions. First of all, do you?
Do you like music?
Do you like music?
Do you listen to music much?
Do you listen to music much?
Do you play an instrument?
Do you play an instrument? And do you with why, when, and where, the WH question words. These can be used in a complete question, like this.
Why do you like music?
Why do you like music?
When do you listen to music?
When do you listen to music?
Where do you listen to music?
Where do you listen to music? And they can be used alone, as short questions.
Why?
Why?
When?
When?
And where?
Where? Next, we have questions with which and what kind of.
Which instrument do you play?
Which instrument do you play?
What music do you play?
What music do you play?
What music do you enjoy?
What music do you enjoy?
What kind of music do you play?
What kind of music do you play?
What do you play?
I play the bass guitar. Music's very important to me. I practice every day. We all do.
Have you got your own guitar?
Yeah, this is my guitar. It's a good one.
And what do you play?
I play the lead guitar. I practice a lot. I really enjoy playing music. We all do.
And have you got your own guitar?
Yeah, this is my guitar here. It's a very good one.
Which instrument do you play?
I play the drums.
And does this drum kit belong to you?
It belongs to the college.
Do you have one of your own at home?
Yes, I do.
And which instrument do you play?
I play percussion.
And you play?
I play the piano and other keyboard instruments.
And who does this piano belong to?
This piano belongs to the college.
And what kind of music do you play?
We play jazz, rock. We play most of our own compositions.
Now, here's a helping hand again. This time, it's questions about possessions. There are 2 or 3 ways to do this. You can say, have you? That's quite formal. Or, have you got? Or, do you have? Listen again.
Have you got your own guitar?
Have you got your own guitar?
Do you have one of your own at home?
Do you have one of your own at home? Next, questions and answers using belong to.
And does this drum kit belong to you?
Does this drum kit belong to you?
No, it belongs to the college.
No, it belongs to the college.
And who does this piano belong to?
And who does this piano belong to?
This piano belongs to the college.
This piano belongs to the college. You can emphasize that something belongs to you by using own.
Have you got your own guitar?
Have you got your own guitar?
I've got my own at home.
I've got my own at home.
Do you have one of your own at home?
Do you have one of your own at home? Finally, you can improve your fluency by using one. When you don't want to repeat a word, use one instead. Like this.
It's a good one.
It's a good one.
This one belongs to the college.
This one belongs to the college.
Do you have one of your own at home?
Do you have one of your own at home? Specialized English.
All alone, it's you and me. Time to tell you now just how I feel. Babe, to you I bear my heart, a light of love here in the dawn.
Music is important for these young people. They are studying music technology. Listen to 2 of them as they explain the functions of their equipment.
This is the keyboard. It can be used to produce different sounds. It can produce 128 different instruments. I can play a phrasing like this. I can change the sounds of the instruments. This is a vibraphone. This is a brass sound. The advantage of the keyboard is you don't have to use real instruments. Also, the keyboard, once the computer has been programmed, every time will be a successful recording. This is the computer. With the software, you can record what you play on the keyboard. You can record up to 16 different channels or tracks. Each channel is reserved for a different instrument. Everything you record is called an event. This is an event, for example. I can shift the pitch. I can also change the length of the note. If it is too short, I can make it longer, like this. If it's too long, I can make it shorter, like this. I can also change the volume, like this. An effect can be a decrease in volume. It can be a pitch bend. Or it can be modulation.
All alone, it's you and me. Time to tell you.
This is called the mixing desk. It's used to transfer music onto tape. These are the controls. These are the volume faders. If a track is too loud, I can change it and make it softer. If a track is too soft, I can change it and make it louder.
A helping hand.
Time to tell you now just how I feel. Babe, to you I
Listen again. First, some vocabulary.
This is the keyboard.
This is the keyboard.
This is the computer.
This is the computer.
This is called the mixing desk.
This is called the mixing desk. Next, explain the possibilities. Say what it can do and what you can do with it.
It can produce 128 different instruments.
It can produce 128 different instruments.
I can play a phrase in like this.
I can play a phrase like this.
With the software, you can record what you play on the keyboard.
With the software, you can record what you play on the keyboard. When you talk about equipment, you often use the passive form of a verb. That is, the verb to be and a past participle.
Each channel is reserved for a different instrument.
Each channel is reserved for a different instrument.
It's used to transfer music onto tape.
It is used to transfer music onto tape. Talk about excess. For example, when the sound is too long or too loud.
If a track is too loud, I can change it.
If a track is too loud, I can change it.
If it's too long, I can make it shorter.
If it's too long, I can make it shorter. And the opposite, when it's not long enough or not loud enough.
If it's not loud enough, you can make it louder.
If it's not loud enough, you can make it louder. If it's not long enough, I can make it longer. And finally, talk about changing the state of something, using make and the comparative of an adjective or an adverb.
I can make it shorter.
I can make it shorter.
I can make it longer.
I can make it longer.
You can make it softer.
You can make it softer.
You can turn it up and make it louder.
You can make it louder.
really need you by my side.
A personal view. James and Alex and friends have formed a group playing rock. They usually play at home, but they hope to perform in public soon. Today, they have hired a van and a hall to practice playing in public.
We're a four-piece band made up of bass guitar, lead guitar, keyboards and drums. Alex plays keyboards, James, Alex's brother, plays lead guitar, and Sally plays bass guitar and I play the drums. We haven't got our own van for transport of our equipment. Usually we ask our parents if they can do the transport for us, putting the equipment in their cars. But today we had to hire a van to bring all the equipment here and then unload it all ourselves and set everything up on the stage, which myself I quite actually enjoy doing that thing, setting up my drum kit. You need to have quite a lot of technical knowledge to be able to set up a lot of the equipment. For example, the guitars, you need to know what you're doing with the guitar to plug it in and get the right sound that you want. And you have to have enthusiasm to actually get it. You know, it's a lot of work, a lot of effort to put in to set things up. And I enjoy the setting up of my kit or piecing it all together. I had to cut a hole in the skin of the drum in order to place a microphone inside it, because you get a far better sound by having the microphone nearer the beater, which is hitting the skin on the other side. So I had to cut a hole in it in order to place the microphone inside. We all own our own equipment. Alex has a piano in his house and a keyboard, a couple of keyboards that he uses. I've got my own drum kit, which I bought off my cousin a couple of years ago. James plays his own guitar, which he bought, and he has his own amp as well. And Sally actually borrows James's bass guitar. She doesn't actually have one of her own. So we originally just played together, doing covers of Pink Floyd songs and different bands that we like listening to. And from there, Alex began to write music, and a friend of his wrote lyrics for the music that we were going to be then performing, and we started to work that out. And from then on, we've really been practicing and getting all up to performance standard. At the moment, we're rehearsing a lot to intentions of going out and doing concerts and performing to the public. We used to play in Alex's front living room because they've got all their equipment there, so we used to have to go to his house and I would take my drum kit to their house and set it up there, and we would perform, we would rehearse and practice the songs there and play. Occasionally we used to do the same thing at my house if they would just bring their guitars to my house, and we would set up there and do the same thing there. We're actually interested in playing in churches because of the feel that you get in a church, the atmosphere of what the building is, and the feeling we get from that, the amazing sound that you create when performing inside them. And that's one of the main things we're interested in when performing in there, and the general atmosphere of a church. In the future, we intend to get a recording deal, hopefully, to then be producing records and albums, and to be performing live to the public our own compositions.
Hello again. I am a great lover of music. I'm always humming a tune or singing a song. Pom pom pom, pom pom pom. Yes, and I'm also a great romantic. A true romantic. That's me. If music be the food of love, play on, as Shakespeare once said. Of course, I don't like these Walkmen. All the young people have Walkman these days. There's one over there now. He's in a world all of his own. And if you talk to him, he doesn't hear you. Of course, I do like listening to the radio. It's just a matter of finding what I like. Oh, no, that's dreadful. Call that music? Oh, well. Here's my next stop. More loud music. Teenagers. Good morning, I've come to read the meter. I've come to read the... Could you turn it down a little bit? perhaps I can have a go. After all, it can't be too difficult. If they can do it, perhaps I can. Excuse me. Yes, I think I could do that. How about it?
What a weird character.
Shall I have a go?
Should we let him have a go?
Do you like music?
Oh, yes, indeed.
What kind of music do you like?
All kinds of music, but not really loud music. So, you're the lead guitar, and you're the...
Bass guitar.
Oh, yes, and you're the drummer, and you are the keyboard player. Right, I think I've got the hang of it. Oh, that's one of our little sayings, got the hang of it. Shall we try? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, that wasn't my cup of tea at all. Now, this looks more hopeful. Listen. I do believe...
Oh, hello. Oh, it's the meter man.
Good morning, madam. Don't let me disturb your piano playing. I know the way.
Well, of course you do. Oh, do come in.
Thank you very much. The lady is an excellent pianist. This is more like it. Poetry. Romance. Anything is possible. My dear madam, that was a most beautiful performance. You have made a humble meter man very happy. And as a token of my appreciation, the food of love.
How did he know I was a vegetarian?
Use your eyes. Use your eyes and your ears too if you want to learn more about music in English.
Okay, but we've got lots of other voices on here as well, so we can maybe choose a ragtime piano. That sort of thing as well. We've got string sounds. Maybe a pipe organ.
This shop sells the most up-to-date items of music technology. Keyboards, electric guitars, acoustic guitars, drum kits and other percussion instruments. Here you can buy sheet music, classical music, rock and pop, and golden oldies, the old favourites that are never out of date. If you are serious about music, you probably intend to take some examinations. Buy the music here and work hard for the certificates of the Associated Board of the Royal Schools of Music. There are plenty of music stations on the radio, including classical, pop music and rock, and dance music. See the stickers in car windows? They remind you of which frequency to find them on the radio. Look out for the posters advertising rock bands and forthcoming gigs. You can find out more in the musical press too. The names are weird. Zed's Dead, Tiny Dynamite, Primitive Instinct, Sweet Leaves, Hamsters. If you had a group, what name would you give it? Try and think of something strange and exotic. There is more in your book on the subject of music, as well as all the grammar exercises and reading passages. In next week's programme, we take a trip to the edge of England and prepare to go underground, or rather, under the sea. Join us next week to find out more about the Channel Tunnel.